Now, the world is on the cusp of another nuclear arms race. The New START treaty between Russia and the United States has expired this week on Thursday. This was the last of the bilateral deals between the two nuclear giants. And without it, there's nothing that keeps them in check from building more and bigger nuclear weapons, taking the world all the way back into the Cold War era of an arms race. It was America's choice to let the New START treaty lapse. Washington opted not to renew it, despite Moscow saying that it was willing to not let this treaty lapse. Russia hosted a summit of the Organization for Security and Cooperation in Europe on Friday. And during the summit, Russia's Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov said that Moscow is prepared for anything, but it prefers a negotiation.
As you know, the Strategic Arms Reduction Treaty expired yesterday, creating a vacuum. Our position is set out in detail in a special statement issued by our ministry, and we will proceed from the assumption that, in principle, Russia is prepared for any development. Of course, we prefer dialogue and will wait to see how the United States is prepared for it.
Now, despite Russia's apparent willingness to enter into the nuclear talks, the United States has been pretty firm that it does not want just a bilateral pact. The U.S. Undersecretary of State for Arms Control and International Security spoke at a United Nations summit in Geneva. And he said that the U.S. President Donald Trump wants a fresh and a better deal than the New START treaty. And the new deal will also have to include the world's third biggest nuclear power, that is China.
We all know New START expired yesterday. The president clarified again last night that he wants a new treaty. And look, in a nutshell, New START was flawed. It didn't cover theater range nuclear weapons, and it didn't include China. Exactly 0 Chinese nuclear weapons were covered by New START. And as we sit here today, China's entire nuclear arsenal has no limits, no transparency, no declarations, and no controls.
China, however, has refused to enter into any such treaty which limits its nuclear arsenal. Beijing's reason is that its arsenal is nowhere near that of Washington and Moscow's.
China's nuclear capabilities are of a totally different scale as those of the United States and Russia, and Beijing will not participate in nuclear disarmament negotiations at this stage.
China has a point. According to the Stockholm International Peace Research Institute think tank, China has about 600 nuclear weapons. The United States has more than 6 times that amount. And Russia has more than 7 times China's arsenal. Beijing has been expanding its nuclear stockpile at a pretty rapid pace. But even at the current speed, it would take China decades to catch up to the other 2 nuclear giants. But it doesn't seem that the United States does not want to risk even the possibility of China having a comparable number of nukes, which is why Trump doesn't want another arms control treaty that doesn't include Beijing. For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.